Well, last week I got the slats put on this continual apron for this manure spreader. This is the Great Western. They were made in Chicago, Illinois from that 1904, 5 to 10 area in there somewhere. Well, this also has two sides that come down. So one board will be right here and the first board will be this high, as we can see designated by the holes in the side of this casting here. The joint will be between these two holes, so one board will be right here. That bottom board looks like it's going to be about 8 inches tall, and then the second board will come above the second hole here and also be in that 8 to 8.5 inch area. So as this apron rotates toward the back to bring all the manure to the beaters, down each side frame there are some carriers that go underneath with some rollers that also carry this apron as it goes forward. Well, I've got the two old sideboards. This was the left side and this one is the right side. And the one on the right side still has the side braces that go vertically that actually help hold the sideboards. And then they carry this crossbar that goes underneath with 3 rollers that carry this apron as it goes forward. So when we made these side frames, I pre-drilled these holes where these braces go up. And you can see these are the bolts that hold these braces as they go vertical. So this one here in the front, and then the second one is right in this position. But from old pictures that I've looked at, as well as the evidence of this side frame that is here, both this first frame and the second frame are flush with the bottom of the frame. They aren't extended down to accept the crossbar with the carrier rollers. But then we come down to the third frame and the fourth frame that goes vertical. These are extended below the bottom of the framework, and this is where the cross frame will go that has the 3 carrier rollers. Well, I only had one of these cross frames, and if you remember, I robbed the center one and put it on the front bolster. So this left casting is also the same casting that's used for the middle roller. So I need to make a complete set of 3 for the second bar that's missing, and then I'll need to make one that will replace this middle one that I robbed for the front bolsters. So these are cast, and they're going to be a little difficult to forge. I'm going to do a little bit of playing. I think I may do some welding as well as some forge work. This has a little lip drawn out that will actually carry the bulk of the weight on the crossbar. I do have some flat bar that is 1/2 inch thick by 2. Looks like it'd be pretty close. I do have to have some kind of a shoulder here on the top. Oh, I'm not sure what's going to happen, but we'll try to figure something out. Well, these may not be 100% copy of the old original cast ones, but they're pretty close. I do like them better than this one that was on there. So I'm going to set that one aside. I still have to drill these out, and then I'm going to put a stud in here for the wheels. But I'm going to run them through my forge and anneal all these welds out. When I go to drill this for that stud, since I welded this washer and all around here, I want to anneal that so it'll drill a little easier. Plus, when I put these through the forge, it'll get rid of this bright, shiny metal. It'll put an oxidation over the whole thing. I'll bring these up to a nice red heat and then just let them cool off naturally. Well, with this other homemade center carrier, I did have rollers that fit all three of these old originals plus this duplicate. So one of these will go in replacement here, so I need 3 new rollers, and I did find some that were close. These are about 5/8 width, they have 4 holes in them and a fairly large hole. This is a 3/4 with a 5/8 shaft. These are 3.5 inches in diameter, and I did find some that were 3.5 inch in diameter as well. They have 6 holes, that's not a big deal. I can't drill out the center to a 3/4, but I can go to about a 9/16, so I'll put a 1/2 inch post on my duplicate carriers, and I'm going to machine these down to where they are the 5/8 as well. These are a little offset. They're a little deeper on this center than they are on this side, so I can offset this as well. Diameters will be just right. They'll be a good match. So just like the other ones I did for the missing rollers down the side of the frame, I can machine these down, and I did offset this a little bit. I'm a little closer on this side than here. I did machine these down to about the same width. I think they will sure work for my 3 missing rollers. Well, I did decide to run these through the sandblaster so that when I put the paint on them, that they'll all have the same finish. I have all the wheels where I think they're going to fit. This one is an outcast. That one go there. Well, like so. I'll just go ahead and paint these up, get them ready to put on. So these are what I ended up with when all said and done. So even though the originals were cast, the time involved and expense and a limited number that I needed, it was viable for me just to fabricate them. We're pretty close, you know, we don't have the casting insignia on the new ones that I made, but to me that's kind of a minor issue. They're going to be plenty functional. You know, so when all else fails, punt. Have you ever heard that before? I heard that when I was growing up. When all else fails, punt. So this is how a wheelwright is going to punt. I think it's going to work. Appreciate you coming along. Thanks for watching.